So where does the industry go from here amid a mixed economic picture and no near-term resolution on these tariff pressures? Let's ask John Lovallo. He's U.S. homebuilding analyst at UBS, here with me on set, which I appreciate. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I mean, the number this morning was awful. It was absolutely awful. And the builders had enjoyed a little bit of a period of outperformance because of these buy downs and so forth. Now that doesn't seem to be working as well.
It's not dead. So we're not quite as negative as Diana might be. What I would tell you is that, look, first of all, the sentiment index is a gauge of mostly private builders. So it's certainly skewed towards smaller builders who are having trouble getting access to land, labor, materials, capital. But don't get me wrong. I mean, the market's not good, right? Demand is soft. Interest rates are high.
Yeah.
Tariff uncertainty. Consumer confidence is not great. So what we believe is happening is investors or buyers are kind of taking a pause. There's still the underlying demand is still fundamentally strong. It's just getting folks comfortable with the ability to get out there and actually transact.
Sure. So that being the case, what do you do with the stocks, which have been struggling for months now? And you could say maybe this is a window of opportunity. I don't know. But now we're seeing more headlines about price declines, and that's never a good thing, never something you want to see from that point of view.
No, but I would agree with the first thing you said. I think that the stocks are reflecting a tremendous amount of bad news. I mean, we're trading at close to book value for many of these builders, trading at 7 times earnings.
Wow.
These are forward-looking stocks, right? They sort of saw the slowing coming last summer and started fading even when the market was ripping. And now I think we're in a position where we could very quickly see that kind of move upwards here before we even hit bottom.
I remember back to 2022-ish levels whatever the year was, I believe when rates first started spiking, those multiples fell to like 4 times in some cases. It was almost a historic buying opportunity, but now we're starting to become in a similar territory.
We are. And I would also say the stocks and the companies are very different. I don't think we'll see those multiples again. These are land light, cash generative companies that are not throwing every dollar of cash flow back into land. They're paying dividends. They're buying back stock. They're really being good stewards of capital.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, we're also possibly at an inflection point, a transformation point, really, for the industry. And you wrote about this recently that could change the whole way that homes are built. And there's pressure because of labor costs. There's pressure because of whatever's going to happen with the labor force there, period. Maybe you can comment on that. Yeah. So how do you expect this all now to look for the next kind of 5-10 years of home building?
Yeah, let me try to paint a picture here. The home building industry is building homes the same exact way they did 100 years ago. Stick framing on site. Construction is the only major industry in the U.S. to have negative annual productivity on average since 1987. There's a worker shortage of 200 to 400,000 people. We're 7 million units underbuilt. And what does this all mean? Affordability is the worst it's been since the mid-1980s when rates were over 10%. So this industry is really in dire need of change. We believe offsite construction, and that's the report that you referenced, is one way to sort of revolutionize things. And we believe that we're moving in this direction.
Can I use the word factory, or is that not?
That can have a negative connotation.
Yeah, intentionally, meaning what is offsite?
Yeah, great question.
Building, and why is it so different?
Yeah, so there's many different forms. What we're talking about specifically in the report is wall panels. So building the actual walls in the confines of a manufacturing facility, weatherproof, for instance, et cetera. Roof trusses are very popular today. About 70% of homes use that. Only 15% of homes use wall panels. We believe that will go up to about 41% over the next 15 years. And what this means is that when you start building things in a factory setting, the precision is very tight. The tolerances are near aeronautical grade. You can build faster, you can build more homes, and at the end of the day, that can help affordability.
Well, I appreciate the kind of pointer about things to watch as we're all worried about what's going to happen with this industry. It's so critical for so many people.